What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another NBA Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. And as you guys know, we're giving out free monthly access to props made easy to people who comment down in the comment section and happen to get their two-man right when I select them. So the free access today goes to Kevin McClory, 6979. He played the Jimmy Butler over 4.5 assists, which was a lock, and Miles Bridges under 25.5 points, which was a lock. So nice hit, Kevin McClory. Hit me up on Twitter at Cam_ATL so I can get your information and get that access set up for you. If you already have access, then you can pass it to a friend of yours, or you could save it for a later point, whatever you want to do. So thank y'all for joining me as always, man. And as always, put your favorite two-man down in the comment section for a chance to win a free month of props made easy. And last night was once again what we have come to expect with props made easy. Like, even ever since as you guys know, the hit rate of props made easy is over 70% if you're taking over the 5% EV over every sports book that we provide at props made easy. It is consistently over that range. Are there days where it goes under? Sure, because that's sports betting. But on average, it averages over a 70% hit rate on the top EV plays. So all you have to do is to be profitable in sports in the player props industry is by taking the 5% or higher EV and doing it consistently. Taking the top plays, not overthinking things and taking an EV at the 3s or the 4s, taking the 5% or higher EV plays, using the top performing EV tool, using the what was it? The favorite EV, which is personally my favorite filter on the tools in general, and it shows the plays that are the absolute best available. Okay, the people who have the most success utilizing propsmadeeasy.com utilize them for what they're built to do, and they just take the top plays. They don't let their gut sway them. They consistently play the top plays. If they have a down day, the next day they do the exact same thing again. And guess what? By the end of the month, they're profitable. They're hitting us up, thanking us for creating Props Made Easy and all this other stuff. And look, you don't have to thank us for none of it. All I want you guys to do is, if you're one of those type of people, and you can easily look at the Gambling X Twitter and see how toxic the entire industry is, and most people don't even want to, they can't trust anything anymore. They lean on cappers who are human beings taking last five to make their decisions. Try propsmadeeasy.com. It's only $20 a month, and it will change your entire outlook. It will change your hit rate for the better. My profit over every single month has gone up thousands since Props Made Easy has come around. I've had some of my biggest months ever in sports betting since Props Made Easy has been around. And I'm not saying that because I'm a part of Props Made Easy. I'm saying that because it legitimately does. The performance is what it is. That's the factual side of things, is that Props Made Easy is a beast. If it's not a beast for you, then you're not using the top. It's plain and simple. And if you played it one day and the top happened to not hit, then again, you don't know what you're doing. You should not be sports betting if one day gives you a definitive decision whether you're going to use something or not. Even if yesterday, after a huge day yesterday, once again, it was a giant day at Props Made Easy. If you used it for the first time yesterday and had an amazing day, that doesn't mean you're never going to lose. Just like if a losing day happens to be your first day using Props Made Easy, doesn't mean you're always going to lose. It means you have to stick with it regardless. Having success in this industry, what separates the people who have success and the people who don't are the people who stay consistent. People who are playing the best plays consistently no matter what. Now let's refresh and go over the top plays for today. Put your favorite two-man down in the comment section. I like to talk about that type of thing just because it's important to me to educate people and have people utilizing things that will help them to have success. And at the end of the day, look, I can lead you to the water, but I can't force you to drink it. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are out here dehydrated right now. Y'all have been played with in this prop industry for years. But Props Made Easy's here now. And it's as simple as joining Props Made Easy, utilizing the Favorite EV filter. Favorite EV didn't even miss a pick yesterday. Like, I mean, maybe it missed one or two. But out of all the slips I made using Favorite EV, I hit them all. That's how crazy it was yesterday. So that's what I'm saying. Propsmadeeasy.com, only $20 a month will make even the most regular better. Even the most regular bettor who doesn't have a very big bankroll, who doesn't play a ton of slips every day, into a professional bettor and actually seeing profit. You can take the profit from sports betting and pay your light bill, or some months you'll make enough to pay your car note and or rent. Or I mean, if you take it up a notch and you really build that bankroll, you could do big things. You feel what I'm saying? I've had $20,000 months. $20,000 months. That's more than most of America makes at their regular jobs. And that's just sports betting. Okay, yes, I play a higher bankroll and I play consistently every single day a good chunk of money. And I play a lot of slips. That's what you have to do to get to that level. But you have to play the top EV. That is just plain and simple. And this coming from somebody who literally could stop doing videos, stop doing anything in this industry of sports, and literally just do these sports betting and make plenty of money to survive. You feel what I'm saying? So, look, PropsMadeEasy.com, $20 a month. That's it. I'm not going to tell you no more. All right, let's get it. Let's get straight to the picks for today. Let me refresh so we got the absolute best options at the very top, and then we're going to go through the best choices. Obviously, the first thing I like to do is I like to go to the favorite EV, because the favorite EV is going to show you plays that where the sharp books, it only looks at sharp books. And what is a sharp book? Is a sports book that does not limit professional bettors. It allows professional bettors to continue betting even though they're doing great, right? It doesn't limit them, right? And when you have sports books where it's got a ton of top-notch bettors on there, then you can have a good representation of what should happen, because these people do this for a living. You feel what I'm saying? So what this does at Favorite EV for the fixed books, as most of you already know, but it shows you plays that have minus 140 or higher odds when you average all of the sharp books together. So really it's the absolute best options that we have available. Now, what you need to pay attention to, though, is when you go to Favorite EV, you still want the 5% or higher EV. So Josh Hart under 15.5 points. This shows that his consensus odds are almost minus 130. Okay? Projections on the under as well. All of the data looks great on the under, right? But it's a 3.93 EV, okay? Because of the consensus odds throughout the entire industry. Now, Josh Hart probably has 100 to 150 sportsbooks that we're taking in mind for his consensus odds, okay? But the reason he's showing here right now, even though he's a 3.93, is because the sharp books have his under 15.5 points at minus 140 or higher odds. So that means that the sharp players are liking Josh Hart's under 15.5 points. Now, because he's at a 3.93, though, Props Made Easy is still telling you, look, they're still better, right? Like, ideally, you still want the 5% or higher EV. Why? Because that shows you plays that are still almost minus 135 or more around the entire industry, and then also minus 140 or higher when you just look at sharps, right? So Mikal Bridges is going to be a fantastic play on Prizepicks right now. Over 22.5 PRA for him tonight against the Pacers is where I like to start for Prizepicks right now. And I'm going to keep favorite EV selected because the thing went absolutely nuts. Now, you can play, as you can see on Prizepicks, with a 3-point-something EV, this same play. Josh Hart under 15.5 points. This same play is a 3.9 EV over on Prizepicks, but yet you could take it over on Underdog at a 5.16. I would do that. So Josh Hart under 15.5 points is a good spot here. Favorite EV still. So we know that the sharp books are minus 140 or higher when you average them together on the under Josh Hart points of 15.5. Going over to better picks, Benedict Mathurin over 13.5 points is a 5.7 EV percent. Minus 137 are the consensus odds throughout the industry on the over. Projections on the over, as well as the sharp books, minus 140 or higher on him. And then Mikal Bridges over 22.5 PRA. We've talked about him. Both of these guys are great. Little same game parlay here on better. Yes, Mikal Bridges is a 4.7, but that's so close to the 5 I wouldn't sweat it. So you could still get that in. All right. Over on DraftKings Pick 6, Zach Edey over 6.5 rebounds is a 4.08 EV, but that's pretty decent for DraftKings Pick 6 payout standards. Minus 151 of the consensus odds throughout the industry, and then we know that because he's showing on favorite EV that the sharp books are minus 140 or higher as well as player projection for AI technology simulating the game 10,000 times being on the over as well. I mean, it's just a crazy amount of data, and you can immediately see the absolute best on all of these sites. Malik Beasley, under 4.5 three-pointers made is a 7.2 EV percent. Minus 142 are the consensus odds throughout the entire industry. So this right here is showing you where the average odds are for this play among the entire industry. Over 150 books that have Malik Beasley's 4.5 three-pointers made. Okay? That's this. This is the broad range of the entire industry. Now, the fact that he's showing here for favored EV shows that not only is he minus 142 across the entire industry, but when you only look at the sharp books, he also still is. So I really love Malik Beasley over on Dabble. Now, obviously, it's only one play, so you can look at top performing EV to see if you can have another play. Nothing there. You can just go to all EV and pair Malik Beasley with a Sore Thompson over 1.5 steals and blocks at a 6.18. It's that easy. For example, too, over on Underdog, right? It wasn't Underdog just one pick? Okay, so over on Underdog, for example, Josh Hart under 15.5 points is the only favored EV play. That's fine. So you go here to all EV, and you pair him up with Zach Edey over 8.5 points assists at a 6.02 EV. Feel what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, let's move on. Over on Vivid Picks, any favorite EV over here? No favorite EV over on Vivid Picks. Honestly, you can just skip Vivid right now. It's not. Now, with sites like DraftKings and FanDuel, I explain this in every video, but I just want y'all to fully understand how what you're seeing at Props Made Easy, right, to help you make the best decisions. When you look at favorite EV for a site like DraftKings, where it's not fixed payouts on either side, the odds are different, right? It'll show you plays where it's already favored on that book, meaning it's got like minus 115 or higher. Well, actually, it's minus 120 is our minimum. So it's minus 120 or higher on that sports book already. So, for example, we look at Tyrese Halliburton over 2.5 3-pointers made over on DraftKings. His odds are minus 145 on DraftKings to go over 2.5 3-pointers made. What does that tell you? That DraftKings expects him to go over already, which is why they have the juice at minus 145 on the over here. So the payout's not as big if you play it, right? Because they expect him to do that. So DraftKings expects his over 2.5 3-pointers made over there. Now, he's still a solid EV, though, at 5.55. Why? Because across the entire industry, his consensus odds are over minus 166. So you're getting it at minus 145. But yet, across the industry, it's minus 166. So that's what you call expected value. You're grabbing it at odds that are better than the odds across the entire industry. If you grab Tyrese Halliburton at minus 160 somewhere, the EV would be low because you're not getting a ton of expected value. That's where it's expected to be across the entire industry. But yet, if you're getting it at minus 145, hopefully if you're gambling, you understand the odds part of things. Minus 145 is better odds than getting something at minus 166. Minus 125 is better odds than getting something at minus 145. Okay? Miles Turner over 1.5 3-pointers made. Grab that at minus 125 odds on DraftKings. So they already have him favored to go over 1.5 3-pointers made. But yet the consensus odds are all the way up to minus 140. So that's what that's for. All right. When I make my FanDuel slips and when I do my FanDuel slips and my DraftKings slips and all that stuff, I make sure I use favorite EV. Okay, like I make sure I stick with favorite EV pretty much on every slip I make. Okay, and honestly, over the last like few months, every pick I've made has almost come from the favorite EV filter. So especially like if you're a regular sports bettor, right? You're a regular person, right? Let's say you have $20 in your Prizepicks account and you need to turn that into the most profit you can. What would you do first? You would play about $5 a day. You would find your absolute best. You would not go your full 20. You would put $5 on a slip, right? Your most confident slip. And I would suggest you just go 2-mans. Don't try to hit a whole 6-man, nothing like that, okay? At $20, at only a $20 bankroll, you need to go your absolute favorite 2-man. Even if it means you need to go a favorite EV. So even if it means you got to go Mikal Bridges over 22.5 PRA, and you got to pair it with a Prizepicks Goblin. And you got to pair that with Jalen Wells over 3.5 points. Because guess what? That is a high probability slip. That will double your $5 into 10. And then the next day, you put another $5 in and you double that again, or you hit again for 3x or whatever you end up doing, right? And you slowly but surely build that bankroll until eventually you can start putting a little bit higher chunks on things. You can start playing with 6-mans and doing stuff like that. But in the beginning, I definitely encourage you to just take it easy, okay? Take it easy, play a small amount on your bankroll. Now, obviously, the analogy I always use, right? I could lead you to the water, but I can't force you to drink it. I could tell you all day long what you should do, but at the end of the day, you have to do it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, look, I come on here and tell y'all all the time, look, you got to stay consistent. You got to stick with what's best for you. You got to stick with the sites that have the most data available to you. Whatever sites have the most data available, you need to stick with those. But yet that's not going to matter that I just said that. We're still going to have people who leave because they happen to join and lose their first day. And they decide Props Made Easy is not for them, regardless of me telling you, look, hey, you got to use the month and try it. And that stems from people just people live their lives where they need immediate gratification. And in the sports betting industry, you can't want immediate gratification. This game is an up and down game. Props Made Easy can just keep that a little bit more consistent and make it so you profit every single month if you're playing these top EVs. Okay? I mean, we track the results of these plays every single night. Me and the developers will have a conversation. Sometimes early in the mornings before I do my videos, we'll pull up the results from all the 5% or higher EV plays from the day before, and we'll take a look at it. Okay? And every single time, the minimum is around 68% that we see hit rate. Most of the time, it's 70%, 75%, 80% even on some nights. Crazy nights that we have utilizing this tool. And that's factual data. That's not just like made up data. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want to do better, you got to stay consistent and lock in. All right? Anyway, thank y'all for joining me as always. Actually, let's see real quick what we got on tap and where the best slip is right now. Because I got to do my favorite slip. Let me see. There's really not much on the board right now. I know we don't have a ton of games tonight. I really like this Malik Beasley 4.5 3-pointers made over on Dabble. Let me go check Dabble real quick. So I like the Malik Beasley under 4.5 3-pointers made. And then the Asor Thompson's a nice one too. Let's do this. Oh, they're the same team. I can't do that. They're the same team, so I can't do that one. Let me go back to all books. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Exactly what I told y'all. Let's do one on Prizepicks. Let's do a double up slip with the family today. All right, let's get it. Mikal Bridges, go over this 22.5. Over 22.5 PRA for Mikal Bridges. And then we're going to pair that with a Prizepicks Goblin. All right, we're going to go pair that with Jalen Wells over 3.5 points, which he has hit this line in over 96%. So pair that together, nice little double up, and we'll be good. All right, thank y'all for joining me as always. I'm out. Peace.